Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the toy table for another how-to video. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to take a DC action figure stand and modify it and make it your own. Alright, so if you haven't seen the video I did about these amazing action figure stands from DC Collectibles, I'll put a link to it at the end of the video. You need to go check it out because these action figure stands, in my opinion, are literally some of the best on the market. You have, I think, 2, 4, 6, 8 different mounting holes. I actually took 4 figures and put it on one base. I actually had a Red Hood, 2 caps, and a alien, NECA alien, just like this. And it worked. It worked great. They all stood up. There was no leaning. It just was great. But I have had a couple of folks comment about a statement I made in the making of that video, on how you can actually take this base and put vinyl on it, because believe it or not, some folks says DC on it. It doesn't bother me. I'll throw a Marvel figure on it, but hey, I just thought to myself, if you could actually customize these, it'd make it look a little cooler. So went to Walmart and picked up some of this circuit or pre-cut premium vinyl. It's a matte black. There's, I don't know if there's what it's called. I think it's like $4 for 12 inches by 48 inches. So I personally have never used this, so hey, we're gonna try it, right? So let's do this. And first things first, since it's 12 inches wide, I'm thinking that you're going to be able to do a lot of bases with just this one roll. And there was so many different colors, it was crazy. I personally chose the matte black. That was just what I was feeling at the time. But here we go. So there's the back of it. And also about this this vinyl as well, it removes without leaving a film, according to what the documentation said. So basically you got the grid lines right here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip the camera, put it down to where you can see what I'm doing, and we'll go from there. So I will be right back. Alright, so as you can see, I actually have a cutting pad here. I use these for my dioramas and stuff, but here's the actual base itself. And again, DC Collectibles, it's etched, so this isn't raised, which I really do like the fact it's not raised. That's going to make it a lot easier. The vinyl itself, I'm thinking that we're going to be able to get quite a few from this one piece. So basically what I'm going to do is on this straight edge right here, I'm going to line it up on it, or you could come back on a line, but it all depends on if you want to cover this. I'm not going to try to cover this, I don't think. I'm thinking I just want the top of it covered, so I'm going to line it up with the base here and just do a rough cut. Get my new X-Acto knife right here. And that's the beauty of vinyl like this, is you can with these lines and stuff, it makes it so easy to trim up. Technically you don't need a ruler, you just follow the straight edge and voila. So boom. So now let me just sort of get a feel for this right here, and we got this one straight edge right there, and let's just cut that bad boy right there. Boom. don't throw away your scrap pieces, because hey, you never know, right? And again, I like this matte black finish, but like I said, I've never used this product. I was in the craft section at Walmart and saw it, and I thought, you know what? Because I like trying to find things that it's easy to find. Peel that off right there. And I personally prefer to lay upside down. That's just me personally. Let's take our base. Actually, I'm going to flip it around because I am going to go from the top down. So basically, I start at the center, lightly come across. Can you believe I had that upside down? Hey, it happens, right? There we go. We'll get that all matted out right there. And I'm not too worried about the bubbles right now, because the bubbles, once you start poking the holes, they'll actually come out. But you notice how you can just do this little crease line right here. This is where the fun part to me is. Flip it over to the other side, line it up with your blade, score that piece off, and again, your piece of paper that you have, hang on to that, because that way you can put your scraps on it. Line that one up, score that piece, come down the long edge. And the beauty of these bases, they have this nice 45-degree angle, and you just put your blade flat against it, drag it across, and it's basically going to be perfect every time. It's really hard to mess it up. And I'm thinking that still having the clear on the sides will make it look a little better. Trim that piece. Alright, now while it's upside down and we got our air bubbles here, I'm going to go through and go ahead and poke a hole through on this side. This is going to be the hardest part of the equation, is the holes. That's going to take the most time. And one more. Alright, so now I've got my holes here. And basically, and I do highly recommend a good sharp blade for this. Don't scrimp on the blade. And if you don't want all the holes, just pick the holes you do want. That's the thing. If you don't want all 8 holes, then you don't have to do all 8 holes. And I will tell you this stuff about this vinyl. And I'll show you this trick here in a minute. And this is something, like I said, it's just so you can customize this, make it your own. If you don't like it saying DC on it, then this is the way to get rid of that. I personally wanted to do this because it actually, I like the fact that you can customize it, and with different colors. You can do a color scheme based on your particular figure you're putting on it. So that's another cool thing too. Like say for instance you're going to do some jump troopers, which I'm planning on doing. I'd probably do this in white or black. Either one would work. If I was going to do like a say a Kylo or something like that, I'd probably do a red. Captain Marvel, you could do a green, a blue, an orange. Alright, now for the air bubbles, just take and pop a little hole in there and work it toward the hole, and that'll get rid of these air bubbles. I will tell you this, over time the air bubbles actually will work their way out. but I sort of rushed it a little bit. Take your time with it a little bit. You can prevent a lot of the air bubbles, but always work them towards the edges. You can take your fingernail. For the big ones, you just pop a little hole in them, give them a rub. You can also take a hair dryer, put some heat to it. But generally I have found that the holes actually will work their way out with just a little bit of work, a little bit of due diligence. I mean, I don't know if you can see this hole, this air bubble here. Just pop it, rub your finger over it, pop it again, and just keep working it. That's all you got to do. And they'll, boom. Like I said, they will eventually, all of them will actually eventually come out. The ones closest to the edge are the easiest ones. I still pop a little hole in them just to help the process. All right, so let me get one or two more here. Boom. All right, so the next step in this process is, now that I've got the holes cut, and you don't have to be perfect with the holes, because you'll see what I'm getting ready to do here in a second. You take the actual base piece and work it down into the hole like that. I usually give it a little twist. Boom, right there. That will pretty much make the hole perfect for your figure stand. And again, the beauty of this too is, if you don't want all the holes, just cut out the one you want. Then later on you can come back and add more to them. And I think I got one or two more. And this is the first time I've done this, so you guys are seeing it with me as I'm doing it for the first time. I didn't do any prep work as far as doing an experiment or anything like that first. I wanted you guys to see it just like I see it. Alright, this is just my process for doing that. And again, don't worry about the little, like that one just completely disappeared. Some of these will take a little extra time. That's okay. Not a big deal. This is just the prep work. What I would probably do, I mean, because to me that looks pretty good right there. So I tell you what, guys, I'm going to oh, one more thing, but here's what I was talking about by leaving the edge clear. I personally like this. I like leaving that edge clear. I got a little bit of trim work right there I need to do. I didn't trim it enough. Voila. There we go. But I personally like this edge to be clear. But if you don't want it clear, you can take it, overlap it. You can create this thing however you want to create it. That's the beauty of it. Trim a little bit more off right there. So, and it makes a nice clean edge right there. And guys, I tell you what, let me flip the camera and I'll put a figure on it. I'll let you see what it looks like with a figure. So I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. Alright, so let's recap. We took this DC base, awesome base. It's big, it's wide, it holds weight, and we just customized it with a matte black vinyl adhesive. Went from this to this. So I tell you what figure? Let me do a stand. Put a arm in here, and we'll get. I'll probably use Red Hood again because he's close by, I do believe. Where's Red Hood at? There's Red Hood right there. Boom, Red Hood. And he's got some good colors on him, so that'll be a good. I think it'll be a good representation. Alright, so here we go. There's Red Hood with the custom vinyl base. Now, I'm telling you, I dig this. This is what I'm going to do with all my bases. I'll probably go black with the rest of these. But I'm telling you, this is cool. And just to give you a comparison representation, let's put another one over here. And let's do a cap. Let's do a Captain America. That's right. Let's do a cap here. Let me get his shield, put it back on his back. Get him cinched in. Get him sort of turned. Alright, whoops, there we go. So here's cap, clear base. Nothing wrong with it. Red hood, matte black vinyl base. It's totally up to you. If you don't care that it says DC Collectibles, and if you don't care that it's clear, rock on. Packs of these, 2 of them for 10 bucks. But if you want to customize it, make it your own, just get some vinyl matte. And like I said, Walmart, tons of different colors. I mean, they had chrome, gold, silvers, yellows, reds, blues, white, purples, greens. $4 for a 12-inch by 4 foot. And that will do a lot of bases. One roll will do a lot of bases. So the only thing you need is this, and one of these. You're done. But guys, that's going to be it for this how-to video. I hope you really enjoyed it. Definitely leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. I will definitely put a link to the bases in the description. And I'll also put a link to the video on my review on these. But like I said, someone commented and said, hey Greg, I would really like to see you do what you talked about doing. You asked and I delivered. That's the way I roll. So, but as always, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Excuse me. Make sure you got notifications turned on. That way you'll know when I drop the next video. But until the next video, I'm Greg. This is the Toy Table. I will see you later.